Today I wanted to present this Ibanez guitar. This is Ibanez PF200, and this looks like a Les Paul, but it's one of the post-lawsuit Les Paul type guitars. This is how it sounds with more gain. So that's a lot of gain. I'll reduce some gain and take off some of the effects later on. This is a totally new piece of territory for me because I'm not a Les Paul player. I've never owned a Les Paul. I don't even know how a Les Paul should sound. But I found this guitar in a video by a Chicago band called the Rat Boys, and Dave Sagan of that band plays lead guitar with a similar guitar, and I really loved the sound. Let's take out everything. Let's take out the echo and the compressor. And this is a Vox AC4, and this is really the real test. If you have nothing, just an amplifier, how does it sound? So you can hear the pickups are really sort of strong, pushy and hot, and I really like this about these pickups because I'm not a big user of humbuckers, the classical humbuckers. These humbuckers are from Japan, 1978, and this is the way guitars sounded when I was 14 years old, and this really reminds me of my youth. In fact, the first electric guitar that I owned was a Japanese guitar with humbuckers. Maybe this reminds me of my youth, the first bands I had, which played sort of new wave kind of rock like this. Of course, the Sex Pistols albums were also made with this Les Paul, but people don't really know this. These records that have a huge guitar sound have about 10 Les Pauls recorded on top of each other. So that's why you get this huge Les Paul sound in punk rock in the late 70s. But I really always wanted to own a guitar like this. And this is really amazing because it is as good as new, but it's about, what, 50 years old, and I'm not a big fan of vintage guitars, but when I found this in France, I really wanted to have this because I really wanted to explore the way in which guitars were made when I was a teenager. Let's try some effects. I add my favorite compressor, Multicomp EBS first, and this really I think helps with the really hot sound of these humbuckers. Much more sort of midly, so it reminds you of a modern rock guitar. But the thing is, with this guitar, if you want to imitate modern rock music, you don't need anything else. You just compress it slightly. If you want to do a 90s type of guitar, you know, Oasis style, you just add some echo. And I found this really reminds me of Noel Gallagher in the early 90s. We probably all know that he was using Roland's Space Echo. I'm using this small version of it, which is the RE2 Boss pedal, which has echo and reverb in it. But this thing really gets rocking I'll take the echo away because it sort of disturbs this sound. You know, the sound that you associate with Les Paul is of course with the neck. No, the bridge pickup. And this is how the bridge pickup sounds. So that's really I mean, if Wikipedia had an article on rock guitar sound, it would be the bridge pickup of a Les Paul. And here is the neck pickup, which is of course very different. Lovely. I'm a mid-position player, which helps me to change the sound with my hand, because when the pickups are so hard, you can really change the sound by moving your right hand. It's amazing. So I'm a big fan of guitars made in Japan. They are very expensive these days, but I own many of them, and it's sort of the deluxe model always when I get my hands on one of these. So this begins probably a chapter in my guitar playing when I'm looking for older guitars. I'll get to that later on. See you soon. Bye.